My wife and I, we've been going to a church here in Alameda for about 14 years, and we kind of wanted to get a kind of a fresh start. The kids ministry over there really was kind of fading out, so God kind of just pulled us out of that area, and a friend of ours named Josie Lee, awesomest lady I've met in a long time. We met her at my son's Taekwondo, and she was talking about Regen. And she said, you guys should come over and check it out. And they have a good children's ministry. And I think she had been doing it at the time, and she's super excited. And anyway, so we sort of just followed her enthusiasm and kind of jumped on board and came over to Regen and saw for ourselves that it was true what she was saying. In a big way. I mean, both my older kids, my daughter's 11, my son's 10. They got saved and baptized at Regen just this last year, and then my son the year before last. I think that they just finally figured out through the teaching that they ask them detailed questions, and they kind of like dig a little deeper than just a video. Like I said, like that last church we had, it was just they throw a video in, and then they ask questions about the video after, and it was always the same thing, and it wasn't personable, teacher with student, or just asking those hard questions, and the teachers were listening. And that was one of the things that was really awesome, that they would listen and they would answer the kids' questions honestly. And that's what I really like to see. It was cool that they just listen, and they want to be a part of your family's growth in Christ, and that's what I love to hear that. For Sundays, they're excited to go to church. They're excited to be a part of Grapple. The older ones, Jordan kind of just goes along for the ride. As my younger one, he's 7, but he loves going to church, and when they miss it, they get kind of bummed out about it. I think it's because they get to hang out with their friends, and they get to feel what it's like to be in a community of other kids, and also us as my wife and I being a part of Regen. It just felt so genuine when we first got there, and even still now after 4 years, that hasn't faded away. It always feels like it's a home, and we talk about community. I mean, you hear these testimonies of some of these folks, and they just lay it out, and they have and that's what you really can learn from that vulnerability that other people have, and it's a realness that is missing in a lot of churches that I've been to. But when I came here in the beginning 4 years ago, I felt that it was a real and genuine. There's 80,000 people on this island, and 1% of these people go to church, not to mention a Christian church. So there's a big need for outreach, period. It's a crazy statistic that not many people even care. What I feel like is that when I look back at my own childhood, when we grew up in the church as a pastor's kid, that we were friends with the kids from school. They were right there. We lived right across the street from a school, and our friends would come over, and we would hang out, and then we'd go to church together, and we'd hang out, and then we'd go to school. And the accountability there was just a little bit thicker. That I felt like was a really huge in my life as a kid, because we would count on each other to help each other out. Growing up as kids, you need help from each other. Same with adults. We need each other. Brothers and sisters help each other out and learning from each other. But that is important. To have a space like Regen that's real, that's genuine.